You have something special. You have greatness in you. I am so excited to be able to come back to you a second time today because I have a special guest, and I feel that this young man, he's an author, he's a speaker, he he is an individual that has committed his life to changing other people's lives. So I want you to like this page and share it, like it and share it. His name is Barry Overton, and he has authored the book Ignite Your Greatness. So I want you to like this page and share it and get ready. He has a voice. Oh my goodness. He has a voice that when he speaks, you got to move. You got to do something. I want to pull him up right now. And we're going to have a conversation about who he is and the book that he has written and what he's up to with his life. So like this page and share it. Get the information out. This is a special guest that has a lot to offer you. Let's bring him up now, please. Hello, great one.
Hello, sir, and it is such a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you.
I am so glad to be able to speak to you. First of all, I love the cover of your book and that sparkling. I should have had this on the screen. The secret to lighting the fire within. Ignite your greatness. I want everyone to like like this page and share it. This interview is going to be transformative for you. My special guest is Barry Overton. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, Overton. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. What city are you in?
Denver, Colorado.
All right. Now, so I want to know, as you think about your life and think about where you are in this book that you've written, when was it that you said, you know what, I need to write this book and light the fire within the people who read this book and use my voice in my life to help them to realize that there's more in them and they can do more, have more, and experience more in this thing called life rather than just settling for things as they are. What was that moment, that transformative moment that you said, this is what I'm going to do with my life?
You know, it was July 4th of 2015. My brother passed away, and he was 12 years. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he was 12 years older than me, but still he was 50 at that time. I think he's about 58. And it was during that process, the grieving process and realizing his life and thinking about, man, what did he leave to the world? And then it got me to thinking about my own life. And at that time, I had left the police department, started entrepreneurial endeavors, and I was thinking, if I was to die today, what do I leave? What impact will I have on the world? And at the same time, I was listening to you, It's Possible, in the Georgia Dome speech on it was on heavy rotation, in my car. And I can tell you that at one point, somewhere along the way, that everything intersected together where the words, there's greatness in you, and me asking myself, what is your legacy going to be? What are you going to leave behind? All of it came together at the same time. And that's where the loss of my brother sparked like a rebirth in me of realizing that. So I got like fearless on the back wall there. The only thing that I have come to fear now is leaving this world without giving all my gifts back to it before I leave.
Wow, Barry. That's my fear. My fear, Lord, don't let me leave here and take anything that you put in me to the cemetery. I want to leave a legacy. I want to have my presence felt when I'm gone. And I understand that fear. So you're now living a fearless life. Your goal is to use everything in you. And your brother leaving here created that fire. Isn't it interesting how sometimes there are events in our lives, experiences. We grow from people and projects. And that experience of him transitioning, making its transition on July the 4th, that sparked something in you.
Yep, it certainly did. And, you know, I can tell you just from that moment and every day forward, it's been when I wake up, I always often say that I made an agreement with God. I have if you Google Richard Overton died at 112 years old. He was the oldest living World War II veteran. He died December of 2018. And so for me, it was like, okay, if I got a cousin that has lived this long, even though I'm finding my greatness at 46, 47 years old, I still got a whole lot of life in front of me. So I made a deal with God. I said, give me another 50, Lord, give me another 65. And every day I'm going to make you proud. I am going to live in my greatness and I'm going to spread the word to others. So every morning when I wake up, I say, all right, God, you kept your end of the bargain today. Let me do mine.
Oh man, you about to make me jump up and run around the house right now. Oh my goodness. Well, you are keeping your end of the bargain with this book. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have it, I'm encouraging you. They can get it on Amazon. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you can get this book. It's by Barry Overton, Overton. It's called Ignite Your Greatness, The Secret to Lighting the Fire Within. I'm encouraging you to get this book. It's just a great cover and great content. And so your deal with God is give me some more years and I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to do the greater work. And that's what we need, more people to have that kind of commitment with their lives to live a larger life, because most people right now are so distracted with the coronavirus, so distracted with losing their jobs, the foreclosures, the unemployment, and all of the other chaos and things that's stressing people out. And you're helping people to focus on going within. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. And you are saying, ignite your greatness. Talk to us about igniting that greatness.
So in the book, and we've talked before, but my background, I'm a retired Denver police officer. I was a police detective for 17 years, and I've been in real estate for 19 years. But 26 years in law enforcement, I'm used to when I have to prove something, I put a case together. Just like when I go into a court of law, I have an ironclad case that I want to prove. So that's how I wrote the book. Is I wanted to prove on the front end of this book, I wanted to prove to each and every reader that there is greatness in you. And I started really just with showing the odds. We talked quite a bit about 400 million to 1 and that special number that is in regards to us as humans. And, when you look at the odds of being struck by lightning are 3,000 to 1. The odds of being bit by a shark are 3.1 million to 1. The odds of winning the lottery, 175 million to 1. Now I can tell you, I don't know anyone that's been bit by a shark, struck by lightning, or won the lottery. But 400 million to 1 are the odds of us being here right now. And here we are. We have already beat the greatest odd there is to beat. And so
some good statistics, I never heard it laid out like that. That means that God saw something in you that said, oh, his name is going to be Barry Overton. He's going to do some great work. He's going to ignite the greatness in the people. Then when we sit him down there, they won't be comfortable with living life within their comfort zone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that truly, so for me, it was proving to people we were already beat the odds. And one of my favorite books is Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Mm-hmm. And this was another turning point for me. Once again, all of it coming together at the same time at the death of my brother. And when Napoleon Hill sat down with the devil, and the devil agreed to tell him anything that he asked, but he said, you must do one thing for me. And Napoleon asked, what is that? And he said, you must refer to me as Your Majesty. And when I'm reading it, I'm like, why is that? And he goes on to explain, and he says, because I am the ruler of this world, and I rule through two things, fear and doubt. And for me, I mean, the devil could have dropped a mic in that moment, because that was the moment for me where I realized everything that I have put on the back burner or that I have not achieved in life, I could attribute to fear or doubt. My doubts in myself and my abilities to do it, and my fear of what could come of it if I even attempted to go out and do it. And I told myself in that moment, I will no longer live in fear and doubt. You know, we were not created in the spirit of fear, but of power and love and of sound mind. So that for me became a rally cry of understanding that our lives are not meant to live in fear. And when we live beyond the fear and we tap into our greatness, amazing, beautiful things will happen to each and every one of us.
If you're just joining us, his name is Barry Overton, and his book is entitled Ignite the Greatness. Ignite Your Greatness. It can be purchased at Amazon, and it's called The Secret to Lighting the Fire Within. And so the fire within you was ignited when your brother died July the 4th. What are some of the steps that you talk about that will help people to begin to have a new awakening? Because there are people who have gone through some stuff, who lost loved ones. The numbers are climbing every day. Over 1,000 people are dying because of the coronavirus. And in this kind of environment of volatility, this kind of environment of fear, that people now have a fear of just for their lives because of what's all going on with the coronavirus and the political upheaval and divisiveness that people are going through, that many people are caught up in fear and doubt and uncertainty and stress and pressure. How do you keep focus in the midst of that?
You know, and I came away from when we started in March of this year with all the shutdowns and things of that nature, being in real estate, I was really concerned about how my business was going to look. And I've had one of the biggest years of my 19 years of doing real estate. And it was really a matter of just making a pivot. We all have to make adjustments in life. Mm-hmm. And it's, you know, you either make those adjustments or you're going to get consumed by whatever the negative is that's going on. And this has just been a pivot. Really, one of the great things that came out of it, it gave me more time because I had more time on my hands now, but it gave me more time to finish up the book. And then I always say that the best thing that came out of 2020 and the shutdown and COVID-19 is Mr. Les Brown was at home alone, and he wanted to continue to inspire people. And he came up with this amazing program, The Power Voice. And that has been like another step in my life in regards to igniting the greatness. I know that God is at work here, even in all of the things that are going on right now. And that's, for me, it comes down to belief. You know, when things are looking dim for us, always realizing that there is a light somewhere and that God is shining that light. And with what we've experienced in 2020, it's been, you know, just a series of small lights that are coming on. And I've seen the opportunity of the number of people that you have impacted and that have got the experience that if COVID had not happened, myself and so many other people may have not had the experience and the opportunity to be coached and trained by you. So I look at it as, again, this is my belief. Even in the dark times, God is still showing me that, you know, he's going to keep me on the right path.
You know, I love your languaging style, Barry. You said a light is shining and God is shining that light. Come on, God. Let me tell you something. I love that languaging. It is so very important. And your story is important. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that we all are here for a reason. I talked about earlier that abundance is your birthright. We are here for a reason. You were chosen out of 400 million sperm. You came here as a winner. And we live in cultures many times that marginalize us, that rob us of the truth of who we truly are. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth of who you are, the greatness that you have within. This book will give you keys on how to ignite your greatness, how you can begin to unleash that greatness that you have within to do the greater work that you were chosen to do. And I believe that we were chosen for this point in time in history. And the fact, Barry, you made a deal with God. So if you give me some more time, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to work. You think Paul worked? You ain't seen nothing yet. And you've been keeping your end of the bargain.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
What kind of workshops and seminars do you conduct?
I am just getting, so the book just got released this week. So I am in the process, again, the benefit of saying yes to the power voice introduced me to John Tellerico, which also introduced me to Alicia Little and Laurette. And so I'm creating a course right now with Alicia and Laurette. But once again, those are all the doors that open through COVID-19. Something very dark happening has opened some amazing doors for a lot of people that have been tuning into you for the past number of years that you've been right here on Facebook Live and LinkedIn.
Yes. Well, listen, do you have a way for people to reach out to you if they'd like to bring you in as a speaker, virtually, of course? What is your email?
Yeah, it is. I have Barry at igniteyourgreatness.com. And you can also just go to igniteyourgreatness.com. There's a couple of tabs on there that will send me messages directly as well. All
right. Repeat that again, please.
Barry at igniteyourgreatness.com. And just going to the website itself, igniteyourgreatness.com.
Man, this book, it's powerful, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ready to learn the secret to just igniting the greatness that you have within, to ignite that fire that you have within you, that will push you forward, that will introduce you to a part of yourself that you don't know right now. This is a time, my daughter, Dr. Ona Brown, she said that gaps are from God. And this is a time that we have to use these moments of silence, these moments that we have with ourselves to get to really know ourselves. And this book takes you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. And Barry takes you by the hand, and each chapter is designed to reveal to you the secrets on how you can begin to lighten, to ignite the greatness that you have within yourself. You can order it on Amazon, and you can also reach out to him. And I want you to give them once again your email.
Barry at igniteyourgreatness.com.
Man, I'm so excited. I love your voice. And you can't sing?
I'm gonna have to start taking some lessons.
Well, I'm taking some lessons now. I would serenade you, but you can't handle the voice. Man, it's so great to have you as a part of the community. I'm excited to work with this voice, and when people hear you speak, they're going to be fired up and hungry to get that greatness out of them. Thank you so much. Thank you for writing this book. It's going to bless a lot of people's lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to get this book by Barry Overton. His last name is spelled Overton, Ignite Your Greatness, the secret to lighting the fire within. And sometimes life slaps you down and you're senseless and you just lose it sometimes. But this will bring it back. It's going to get the butter from the duck. It will bring you back when you just tune out and unplug from the world and take the time to read it and to focus and to get into you. Ignite your greatness. I want to thank you so much, my brother. It's a pleasure. It's great to have you in our community. And I encourage those of you that are listening, if you got a voice and you want to learn how to bring that voice out and to tell your story, I encourage you to join us. I want you to put voice in the comment section. Put voice in the comment section. Tell them what has the experience been like for you being a part of the Power Voice system?
You know, I often joke around with friends when I show my certificate and I show them the Power Voice certificate, and I'll tell them, you know what this means, right? And they're like, no, what does it mean? You got training. And it's like, yeah, but I got training from Les Brown, the godfather of greatness. You know what that means? It means I'm classically trained. But in all seriousness, speaking is an art. And we feel, all of us in our community here feel that we are being trained by the maestro in regards to speaking, one of the #1 speakers in the world. And I told John when I signed up, I was like, I think they missed a zero on this the cost for this, but let me go on and sign up because this is a good price right here. And when I got started, I can tell you the first 10 minutes of I was on the very first one that you did back in, I think in June. And I got my money's worth in that first 10 minutes. So it has been such an honor to be on that platform. And I'm one of those that started in the very beginning, but I still show up right now. It was a 7-week course, but I think I'm in probably week 20 something at this point.
You just like me, you're hungry.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I love your voice, and I love the person that you are behind the voice, your genuineness, your realness. We feel that, and we will experience that in your book, I'm sure. I want all of you to get the book by Barry Overton, Ignite Your Greatness, The Secret to Lighting the Fire Within. Thank you so much. Glad to have you in the community. And I'm excited that we're going to be moving forward, working together and transforming lives together.
Yes, we are.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much.
All right.
Now, make sure you get his book. It's a powerful book that's going to make a difference for you. And I encourage you to put voice in the comment section. Let us get that voice out of you and bring out your greatness. Take care. Bye for now.